Hello, my lovely people. Good morning and welcome to God Loves You channel, the home of news. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across this wonderful platform and you like what we are doing, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications. This is very, very important. It will enable you to know when we upload a new video. Here we react to all forms of videos, local, especially what is happening in Nigeria. It is always good to drop your thoughts, your opinion in the comment section constructively so that no one will be offended, and you can as well share this video and God will bless you as we hop into today's video. Thanks for watching.
Well, thank you very much. Please forgive me if I'm not too good when it comes to protocol, but I want to recognize and appreciate the members of the press here. No, I don't know how to call them, forgive me. Then, gentlemen of the press, I welcome you to this session. It's no longer news that the President of the nation, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, yesterday took the bull by the horn to do what was required of a statesman, a patriot, and head of state and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Events in Rivers State started a long time ago, and many times he tried to intervene. Apart from that, well-meaning Nigerians, leaders of thought, concerned citizens have also attempted to settle the matter without any result. The president came out boldly yesterday to say the situation cannot be allowed to continue, a situation in which the critical economic life of the nation, what is giving lifeline to the nation, to be, criminally touched without any response from those who would ordinarily be expected to do so, cannot continue. But don't forget, the whole thing started or crystallized with the judgment of the Supreme Court that was handed down on the 28th day of February 2025, in which the Supreme Court, that's the highest court in the land, made a categorical pronouncement after making very pronounced findings, profound findings of breaches of the Constitution by the parties involved, particularly the governor of Rivers State, came to the conclusion that he was acting like a despot, and that as the situation is in Rivers State, there is no government. These are very serious and very weighty allegations that only an irresponsible head of state or leader will fold its arm to and ignore. Like I said, he took a very bold decision. We were all there when he made a public announcement, addressed the public, in which he chronicled all the facts from Genesis to Revelation. So I'm here. If there is any question to be asked on that, then I will be able to respond. But before then, don't forget that the judgment of the Supreme Court had been widely reported and published in the papers. So the president was not a party to it. So a question of trying to influence anything would not arise. And by virtue of certain provisions of the Constitution, everybody has a duty to ensure that judgment of the court is obeyed, particularly coming from the highest court in the land. There's no other person to appeal to. There's no other body to appeal to. It's not subject to any further test of validity. As things are, we all have a duty, collectively and individually, to ensure that we give maximum respect and obedience to the judgment of the Supreme Court. So, gentlemen, I'm available for any question or clarification or observation. Thank you. There were what I would call telegraphing of the militants, I would say by the governor, and the reason I said so was when he beckoned to them that, he would let them know when it was time to act to the militants. Let us say it was wrong. Did he come out to disown them? The answer is no. And a week after they swung into action, you see or witness vandalization of oil pipelines. Don't also forget that before now, that is when this government came into office, Nigeria was producing about 900,000 liters of oil, barrel of oil a day. With the efforts and all the ingenuity that the president had, he ensured that the production rose to about 1.5 barrel per day. That's about 45 of something increase. Governors were smiling home at the end of the month with about 60% increase in their take-home to their various governors. Then somebody rose or encouraged or became inactive when he was supposed to act. There was not a word dissuading the threat, the militants who issued this threat. Then the other one is about compromise and replacement. It appears so. Don't forget, I think yesterday there was a notice of impeachment from the House of Assembly. If that impeachment had been allowed to take its full course, then the governor would have lost entirely and completely. So in a way, if you say it's a compromise, I will agree that instead of allowing the impeachment process to continue, and which in the end would have seen both the governor and the deputy governor out of office and mean out for the entirety of the 4-year term, with the remainder of what we have. We have 1 year, I think about 9 months now. That, yes, so leaving is it a balance or so of 2 years and 2 months? Thank you. 2 years, 2 months. So if normalcy returns, some other things may come in. But for now, well, maybe it's a compromise. I will agree. The next one is about the stake of the playbook of the Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory. You see, there are occasions when, especially when it comes to national issues, we have to come out plainly and sincerely. Where do you put the Minister of FCT in this case? Was he the one who asked for the demolition of the House of Assembly? Was he the one who said the governor should not present his budget to the House of Assembly? Was he the one who advised the governor not to go through the House of Assembly for purposes of ratifying the commissioner nominees? I don't know, because if you want to look at a case, you look at the facts that have been presented. The Supreme Court made these critical findings. FCT minister did not feature. Whatever the situation, assuming he featured, he would have featured maybe on the side of the legislator. Yes, the legislators. But what we have here is let everybody go home for the first 6 months. So I don't see his hands here in what we have. That judgment of Supreme Court, I will encourage us to read that judgment. There were about 11 of 12 findings against the governor. What sentiment are we bringing to bear, on this matter? I don't think there is any sentiment. What remains is, if the National Assembly feels that the president has not done well, then you won't have the 2/3 majority required to validate his action. Certainly, it's like a situation in which the the veto. Veto usually is on the side or with Mr. President when a bill is presented. But the converse is the same here, that it is the president who is initiating a move. I want to declare a state of emergency. He has to make that move, and he made that clear in his speech, in his broadcast yesterday, that I've taken this decision and I've referred the matter to the National Assembly. It is for the National Assembly to now say we veto. That is to say, we don't give you approval. And since the National Assembly is still in session, we expect that within 48 hours, something will come out of it. So if whoever has any misgiving, any concern, I would say should channel it to the National Assembly to say, don't give the required 2/3 approval that is they need. Otherwise, we should all, like I said, continue to put up our patriotism cap. Then the last in the series is about what happened during President Jonathan's period. Don't forget, like I said, every matter depends on the peculiar facts and circumstances of the case. You can declare emergency in a variety of ways. It is like a man who is suffering from a disease. They say, oh, it's cancerous. They say, oh, I hope it has not spread to so area. Then you now excise the portion affected. I think that was what happened during President Jonathan's period. If it is about I've forgotten what you call it. No, not only Boko Haram. The one that they said we should stay at home. COVID. It has its own. If it's a Boko Haram, it has its own. So it's if it is Boko Haram, they were located or confined to particular areas. And the governor then said, okay, please come to our aid. But the governor who is at the center of it here has not made any such request. And it would have been grossly irresponsible of Mr. President to fold his arms. So the situation in the era of former President Goodluck Jonathan is different from what we have here. What we have here is everybody is involved. You can exercise your rights, but don't forget, there are always lines. You don't cross it. You don't cross them. If you cross them, then you also suffer the consequences of emergency. It's an extraordinary situation, demanding the suspension or putting in abeyance the normal situation that would have been.
To clarify and amplify the president's broadcast. And he said he was very willing to do so, and that's why we are here today. Thank you very much for creating the time quickly. I also want to thank all my colleagues here for rushing to attend this press conference. We didn't plan it before, everything just came as it came. We want to say special thanks to everyone. Thank you for attending.